pop-up message. And they won't be put like in the on-demand library because we don't necessarily change that, yin every single week in there. But what I'll do is post them into the Facebook group, into the VFit Facebook group. And if you can't find it, let me know. I can tag some of you, just mainly for maybe people that want to tune in and can't come at this time. But if you wanted to review any of that, it will be recorded. But we'll go ahead and get started just in your comfortable seated position. As always, if this doesn't feel good to you, feel free to find a position that does. And I'll just invite you to close your eyes and I'll talk to you a little bit as you're settling in. So just take a couple of breaths, maybe shrug your shoulders, a little head, neck roll, ears side to side, whatever makes you feel a little more comfortable. So chakras, they're energy centers along our spine. They're kind of these spinning disc, if you will. And so we sometimes think that they're something just kind of out there because chakra is not a common word in our English vocabulary, but it's just where kind of these nerve endings kind of accumulate along your spine. And in yoga, Ayurveda, and kind of those sciences, the chakras are really viewed and used in medicine, right? In balancing our body to help prevent dis-ease. So there are 7 main chakras. There are others. There are minor chakras. Some lineages of yoga even talk kind of about 12 main chakras, but mostly you hear about 7 that run along your spine. And so we're going to start tonight, focusing tonight on the root chakra. So just begin by bringing your awareness into the physical area that your tailbone would be in. And to kind of really find that chakra, if you do that little Kegel exercise, right? Lifting of the pelvic floor muscles, that is activating and giving your root chakra a little hug. Just start there with your awareness. And we are going to just be touching on these chakras. We could spend a couple of hours on each chakra. And if you are interested in diving deeper into these, please reach out. That is something that we could do through a signature series or something like that. As you bring your awareness into your root chakra, I invite you to begin to imagine the color red. And perhaps seeing either like a lotus flower, a red flower, or maybe just kind of a red spinning disc. And just noticing if it's easy to tune in to that location and that color. Maybe your mind is easily being drawn away from that area. It starts to give us some information on what may be happening at our root chakra. Our root chakra is kind of our physical connection, our I am. So you can begin with a bit of a mantra here. I am. You can fill in the blank. I'll give you some to use. I am supported. As you repeat these I ams, continue to focus at your root chakra, the color red. And then I invite you to bring the thumb on the first finger, the index finger, to touch, kind of like the okay sign. It's our mudra for the first chakra. And it activates, it corresponds to locations in the brain, that pressure point. The thumb and the first finger being together. I am supported. I am safe to be myself. I am grounded to rise above. I am immersed in abundance. I am here, and I am real, and I am loved. That with some of that mantra, those positive I ams. Just notice if you have any kind of thoughts of negativity towards that. Noticing if there's a voice in your head that says, no, you're not. You can acknowledge that voice. Say, no, yes, I am. I am loved. I am whole. I am accepted. I am just right. I am okay. Pause with that. Just a few more breaths. Focusing into your root, to the red lotus flower or spinning disc. Feeling the sensation of the connection of your thumb and the pad of your first finger. And just notice. I invite you to bring your awareness into your breath, breathing down the spine to your root. And exhaling up the spine. Inhaling red. And exhaling the color red. Bringing the palms of the hands together, gently lifting your thumbs to your heart. Taking a moment here as always, self-love, self-kindness. When you're ready, you can release your hands and gently allow your eyes to flutter open. And we'll focus on some yin postures related to our root chakra. So starting with butterfly, bringing the bottoms of the feet together and gently pulling the heels in towards the root. A little wiggle side to side, a little flap of your butterfly wings, just kind of adjusting. And then gently hinging forward as you allow your outer thighs to press down towards the mat. So if this is not comfortable in a seated position, you could also do this in reclining from your back. Our root chakra is very connected into our hips, so anything that is opening our hips is going to help open the channel, the root channel, the energy to allow our energy to flow more easily through the root. You have pillows in front of you to support your arms as you lean forward. And if it feels good to you, maybe a little shifting your low back. Some nice, easy breaths. And you may find, as we often do in these forward folding, you can still always come to that little face, self-havening, little face massaging, from the center down and out. It doesn't have to be really hard and intense. Just a relaxing, you can come under the eyes and out. So often things from childhood, early life can lead to blockages in the root chakra. So if even going all the way back to if there was trauma in the birth, in your birth process as you were being born, so we think of our root as kind of our early part of life. Our root chakras really developed. If you find that you feel disconnected from your body, you're fearful, anxious, have difficulty focusing, hard time setting boundaries, these are often symptoms of being deficient in your root chakra. From here, we'll gently lift up and then take the butterfly out into a straddle. So just a little bit more opening and lengthening as you gently fold forward. Physical ailments associated with the root chakra, or things like intestinal issues, issues with our bowels, right, kind of that physical area, but also our legs, our knees, our hips, issues with eating, both being deficient in our eating and being excessive in eating. So if any of these things relate to you, they stem from blockages in the root chakra. A little more breaths here. And we'll come on up. I'm going to kind of come in, focusing inward on the root chakra, coming into pigeon pose. So bringing the right leg forward and lengthening the left leg back behind you. So continuing with that focus in the hip region, gently pulling up off the right hip. Again, if you don't like pigeon pose, that 4 stretch, bringing your right ankle over your left quad, seated or lying down. And just keep bringing your awareness back to your breath, back to the physical location of the root. inviting a release. Kind of any of those things that were brought up are things that you are facing. Invite in some self-compassion for yourself, some understanding. None of what we experience makes us bad. We're whole, we are divine beings in this human experience. So we are going to face lots of things that could be judged. And it's often when we place judgment on ourselves that we began to get blockages in our energy system. I just invite you to release any judgment that you're placing on yourself. We're going back to those I am statements. That general overall I am whole. I am whole. I am loved. I am as I should be. Positive I ams. More breaths here. And slowly work our way up out of pigeon or your four stretch. Maybe take a moment, just lengthen your legs out, just to get a little release, a little movement. A little rock of the hips side to side. Breaths. Work our way into the other side. So bringing the left leg forward, reaching the right leg back behind you, or choosing four stretch. Trying to come up off your left hip. Again, bringing your awareness back into your breath, breathing down your spine all the way to your root. Exhaling with loving kindness for yourself. Repeating, thinking in your head, perhaps after me, it is safe for me to be here. The earth supports me and meets my needs. I love my body and trust its wisdom. Let's do that one again. I love my body and trust its wisdom. Anytime you notice your mind wander, especially into that tendency to give yourself negative feedback, just bring it back to the breath, back to those I am statements, back to knowing that right here in this space, you're safe, you're grounded, You're loved. On our inhale, gently make our way up. Lengthen your legs out in front of you once more, just to give them a little release. Shifting, moving. Come into child's pose. Bringing your knees away from each other on your mat if that feels okay to you. Setting back towards your heels, maybe propping pillows or blankets underneath you for a little more support. Whatever feels good, or you can take this child's pose a little more active. Just take a moment to stretch through the arms. Feel that awareness. And then allow yourself to release into a restful child's pose. Once again, bringing your awareness into your root chakra. And take a moment to gently lift through the pelvic floor muscles. Feeling that activation. And then exhale, releasing. Letting go of any of that tension, that holding in. And invite a releasing, a let go. Allowing that release at your root to spread through your body, softening through your glutes, your belly, your low back, between your shoulder blades, through your shoulders and your arms, through your legs and your feet. Relaxing your eyes, releasing your jaw. Scanning back and forth through your body a couple of times, inviting release. Feel the relaxation in your body. Giving yourself permission in this moment to simply be in this moment. Pausing here for a few more breaths. And then slowly taking your time, coming up and out. We'll come over onto our back. If lying on your back is not comfortable to you, you can always kind of recline, or you can take the seated happy baby. That's where we'll end up. You can start by just bringing yourself down to your back, hugging your knees into your chest, and a little rocking motion side to side. If it feels good to stay here and you prefer to stay here, you can. Otherwise, reaching for the bottoms of your feet, gently pulling the knees down towards the armpits into happy baby. Relaxing through your glutes, your pelvic floor, your root. Relaxing your eyes, your jaw. Once again, if you're not sure that you're relaxed through your root, you can invite in that Kegel exercise. And then exhale, release. And then from here, I invite you to lengthen your legs out long. Allow your arms to come to your side if you feel comfortable in that Shavasana position. Take a little root chakra guided meditation to end. Let's begin by bringing your awareness to your breath. Noticing the rise and fall of your chest. It's the natural rhythm of your breath. Breathing all the way down to your root. Thoughts may come and go, and that's okay. And just acknowledge them and come back to the breath, back to the root. Just imagine a tiny red ball, spinning energy right at your root. As you inhale, allow that ball to increase in size, kind of like a balloon. And exhale, get smaller. As you inhale, begin to allow that ball to become bigger than your physical body, forming a shield, protection around you. Just imagine that glowing, transparent, right? You can see through it, this glowing red shield of love and acceptance. Just as it forms and grows around you, you can see and feel it moving through you. Down to your feet, out through your hands, along the spine, out through the crown of your head. As you pause here in this red bubble of protection, I invite you 3 times out loud if you choose, or you can just think it in your head. We will inhale, and on our exhale, we will say Lam. It is the vibration of the root chakra. That vibration of saying it out loud really activates through your vagus nerve. So inhaling, Lam. 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 I am supported. I am safe to be myself. I am grounded to rise above. I am immersed in abundance. I am here, and I am real, and I am loved. It is safe for me to be here. The earth supports me and meets my needs. I love my body and trust its wisdom. I leave you here. Feel free to stay as long as you like. The love and light in me honors the love and light in each of you. Om Shanti. Peace.